Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the NomadChunk. I am recording some episodes before I upload the first episode so that I won't get too pressured to upload quickly, as editing still takes me a while and I'm very new to this. So in case that I have a busy week and I won't be able to do much playing and much editing, I would like to have some videos ready. So I still haven't seen any feedback from you guys, as I haven't uploaded the first video yet actually. So if someone has been leaving feedback in the comments and I haven't addressed it yet, that's the reason, and I will definitely address it in future episodes. So once again, thank you very much for watching and enjoy. Okay, so I was walking a little bit around the chunk and I found this bronze scimitar here on the table, which might be our best in slot for melee. I will have to check in the DPS calculator, but it actually seems like it definitely is the best in slot. It has more melee strength, so that's very nice. That's a best in slot weapon that we just found on the table, and I will go down and check how much it sells for. I also picked up a white apron. Let's just take the bronze pickaxe as well. Okay, nice pathing. And see, but I don't think that I can sell that for anything. So if I want to make some money, I think the bronze scimitar might actually be a very nice option. Let's see, 12 coins. That's not bad. That's the same as the iron dagger, and it's a lot closer. So I might be considering banking all my stuff and selling some bronze scimitars. Here we can buy one of every mold, and they are fairly cheap. Most of them are very cheap, so I'll definitely be buying all of those and banking as well, and some thread, as we already have a needle. Um, but yeah, that's a very nice option to have the bronze scimitar there as a best in slot and as a way to make money, because that will allow me to get a little bit more of GP if I want to buy some of the armor here or something like that. And before doing anything else, I will do all the quest progressions that I have available in these chunks. I'll have to consider if I want to bank my jugs of wine, as I have no way of getting them back out. So let's do the quest progressions first, and I can start the Pirate's Treasure quest. I won't be able to progress it any further, as I will have to go to Musa Point for the next step. But that's the first step done before it's necessary to get to Musa Point. And I can start the Corsair Curse quest by talking to this character here, Captain Tuck. I won't be able to progress this quest any further either, as the rest is very far away. But we might be going there at some point. There's a cutscene, and we're already out of our chunk, so hopefully this doesn't count as us being there. But I think it's just showing us where we need to go to take the boat, which is the next step. Yeah, we're back here. So next step is to go to Remington and talk to Captain Toss again over here, but that's outside of our chunk, so we won't be able to do that. And here we are. We need to talk. We can only do one more step in this quest as well. Then we will need to get back to Draenor. Okay, so here I am where we start the Witch's Potion quest, and I actually consider completing that quest, as it will give me 325 magic XP, which will put us at level 4 magic, which means 3 levels. So we'll have to remove 3 chunks, and we can remove this chunk, and this chunk, for example, and I'll be able to stay here, go north, and gain my last 2 levels up here by trading some wood cutting or something like that. And then we'll be in a very good position to hopefully keep rolling north as there's only two possible chunk rolls, west or north, and the north one would be excellent as that is Falador. So I think the entire quest is possible to do within my chunks. I will have to cook a raw red meat. I'll have to look up if that gives me a level. I think it actually will give me a level. So that will mean that I'll need to remove 4 chunks, which will mean that I will have to finish in this chunk down here. So actually that's not possible, because I don't want to finish down here as I might risk rolling the like this chunk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go nowhere. So no, that's not going to be possible because I only need 13 more XP in cooking to gain a level, and it's necessary to cook the raw meat for the quest. So we'll do a little bit of the quest, and oh, we have a evil Bob random event as well. Let's see if it's fishing. It is fishing once again. So we won't be doing that either. It might not have been the worst idea actually. How much XP will it give me? I'm thinking about if I just take the gamble and do the Bob random event. And how many levels will I be getting? Like 3 maybe? If I get 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels would be a huge problem. I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to get stuck down here. So we won't be doing it this time either. Okay, so I did just look some things up on the wiki, and I have a 50% burn rate on the giant red meat, on the raw meat. And I will grab that red right now. Let's see if we can do that without moving out the chunk. Excellent. We shouldn't be close to getting any level. I'll explain afterwards. We have a 50% burn rate. So we'll see now if I don't manage to burn the meat, as that would be excellent. If I cook it, I can't do the quest as I will get too many levels, as I explained earlier. I would be very happy if we could kill this before getting too much XP and strength. It has already regenerated HP twice. Would be nice if it didn't regenerate HP a third time and if it didn't kill me. So this is the longest red fight in the history of the world, I think. And it just keeps going. 0, 0, 0, 0. There we are. One more hit, unless it regenerates health again. There we are. So, as I was explaining, I have a 50% chance to burn the meat, yes. And that's what we need for the witch's house quest. So, we'll go see here if we can get lucky and actually burn the meat. Because we will get a cooking level no matter what. I will just check that we're actually recording. We are. We will get a cooking level if we cook it, which means that I will have to remove a chunk, and I'll remove the wizard's tower chunk. But let's see. Please, please, please burn this meat. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. We managed to burn it. 50% chance to burn the meat, and we actually got it. So I will be able to do the witch's house. I think it's called. No, that's the other one. The witch's potion quest, because I didn't get any levels, so we can get the 3 levels in magic, and we can remove 1, 2, 3. And we'll be left with these 2. We'll get 1 level. Oh, we will get both levels up here, and we'll end up here if that's what we want to do. I won't do the quest yet. I will make sure that I have done all the content that I need in the chunks, but that's so good. So somehow I missed it the first time, but here we are in the Brand's archery supply shop. And I have been looking at some of the different prices of the different stuff in here. I don't have that much money left, and I have some things in Portal Rim that I still want to buy. So I think I'll only be buying the oak short bow here, and no arrows for now. as I might be able to fletch arrows at some point or get them from some other source. And a better bow won't help me that much right now, as the DPS isn't really that important, as I'll only be getting a few levels at a time. So if it takes me a while extra because I do less damage, it's okay. That's something that I can definitely live with. So we'll buy the cheap bow, as we have no short bow yet, and maybe with the training bow we can reach that level. If not, we'll see. And here we are after buying in the fishing shop as well. We have 1,120 gold left. I got the feather pack, the bait pack in case that I want to do some bait fishing at some point, and I got all of the different fishing tools. And as said before, I have all of the different molds here. So let's go to this bank deposit box that we have available here, and I will bank it all. And in the mage shop here, I bought a blue wizard hat, and I have new pack, as when I unlock herb law, it will be very nice to have. I could buy another, but 100 potions is a lot, and I surely will get buy this shop again. So at some point, actually, I will buy another. I'm not sure if I will get by here again. So let's buy two just in case. And the best in slot magic hat, if I need to train magic at some point, it was very cheap. And a single eye of newt, which we will need for the witch's potion quest. Spending all our money. Now we are under 500 GP. I'm very happy that I chose the money in the random event in Draenor, because I really dislike hopping worlds picking up scimitars. So if it's not absolutely necessary, I might be leaving this chunk without that much more gold. And I also just went to the farming shop here, and I'm going to be buying some filled plant pots as well, as I just went to the normal farming shop next to the patch over here, and he actually charges 40 gold a plant pot, and here they cost 1 GP each. So I'll definitely be buying that, and a single watering can, and some of the farming tools, and chucking that in the bank as well. I better take advantage of all of these items, as I might be needing them at some point, and I might not be getting by a farming shop like this again. So just in case, I will be buying all of these items and throwing them in the bank. Okay, so I also bought some of the stuff from this food shop to have available if I need it at some point. I'm not sure if I will need it. I could have bought the raw beef from here instead of killing the rat. In the end, it didn't really matter much. I did buy a raw beef and a chicken, and I am considering if I should go kill another giant rat, because if we happen to be going west from up here, we might actually move all the way north and get to the herb block quest up here without going through a bank. So that way I will have the raw beef, the raw chicken. If I kill another giant rat, I will have all the three ingredients, and I only need the bear meat. But just as I'm saying it, I won't be getting past the bear up here, so it won't matter. I won't be able to get the bear meat. That would require me to go up here and then roll east, which could in theory be possible as well. I'll consider it. I will consider it. Here we are back in the chunk roller, and we need to talk a little bit, because I have been planning out what my next move will be, and it has come to my attention that the situation with Wizard's Tower will happen again. As if I, for example, roll from this chunk, as I was planning on, I will have these two options. And we have a situation possible where I might roll this chunk, and then I roll this chunk. And all of these will be the previous chunks, so I won't be able to cross, and suddenly we have two chunks again where I won't be able to go from one to the other. So if I roll, let's say up here, and I start out on this chunk, for example, then I actually only have one chunk available to me, as I have no way of crossing into all of my other chunks. So I will have to make some rule changes about that, and what I have decided to do is that we'll be in a situation like this. If I choose to end up on this chunk, I will roll once. I'm in sandbox mode right now, so this doesn't count for anything. Let's say I roll this one. I will remove this option. That's the first roll. Then I will add all the new rolls and I will roll the remaining 4 times, as that means that this chunk is no longer possible as a roll until I get a way to get into that chunk normally, which means that I will have to risk it if I want to end here, as it might be possible that I go here, go south, south, east, east, for example, and that takes me a lot further away from the herb lore that I would love to get. So I'll have to decide if that's the best player, if I want to finish up here, for example. But we'll take that when we get to rolling the chunks. I just wanted to show you this and make sure that I explained it before we actually started rolling, because that will happen anywhere. If we end up rolling over here, it will be the same situation where I could roll these 2 chunks, go into the drainer chunk, for example, and then I just start rolling north. And suddenly I don't have a way to cross, because I don't like the whole having to cross diagonally, although it might be possible sometimes. So that's going to be how we'll do it from now on. We will roll 1 chunk. Let's say we get this one, and then I will put all the new possible chunk rolls, and we'll go from there, because then we will always be able to walk between all of the chunks. As if we make 4 quick rolls, it will always end up like that, as they will be outside of they will all be connected, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so here we are, ready to finish the quest. I did decide to finish this quest and roll from the northern chunk, and as explained in the previous clip, I might have to risk it, and I might risk be going south, but I would like to get my first quest completion, and it does fit perfectly that I will get 3 levels. I'll reach level 4 magic, and with those 4 levels I can remove these 3 chunks here. I can move north and I can get the last 2 levels. So that's what I will be doing, and I'll see in which skills we'll be getting the levels up there. I think there are some imps if I want to train combat. If not, there are some trees, and we'll see what we choose. But here we are with all of the ingredients ready to go to complete this quest. And I have everything. And then we just need to drink from this cauldron. And that will give us level 4 magic. Perfect. Our first quest completed. Very nice. It's always nice to be able to do these things on this type of account. Hopefully the first of many quests, as it might be a little bit easier to do quests on this account than a normal chunk account, as I will be able to move freely around the map. So let's get to removing those other 3 chunks. And just as I was about to enter the chunk picker and remove the 3 chunks, I noticed that we got level 4 combat as well. So our first extra combat level as well, and I guess we are magic based now. So very nice. And back in the chunk picker, we will be removing these 3 chunks. The order doesn't matter, as it's 3 at the same time, and I'll get rid of all of these possible rolls. I also removed all of the islands from the chunk picker, as we will be leaving Port's Rim. So I will be going north. I'll find a way to get 2 levels up there, and we will be rolling the 50-50 between west and north. So here we are in the northern chunk of the 2, and I was just having a look around to see what options we have, and I found this wandering man here. He even has a wandering outfit, might be a fellow nomad, so I will be training thieving, I think, as I actually wanted to train thieving as well in Draenor as a way to start getting some money. If I can reach the level to thief from guards, for example, I will have a lot more options to train thieving, and also it will allow me to steal from stalls if I get to a chunk that has some nice stalls, which will be a very nice way to get some different resources. So I will be pickpocketing the last 2 levels from this man, and we'll get back to rolling. And the last pickpocket for, well, the last 2 pickpockets for level 2 thieving in our first thieving level. So Let's get rid of the southern chunk. I'll remove it from the chunk picker first. There we go. This isn't the chunk picker from the game first, I mean, and then I will go remove it in the chunk picker. And here we are close to getting the last level in thieving, and we will be moving on from our current chunks. And there we go. So let's do the first roll to see if we will be moving north into Falador or if we will be moving west. And we are back in the chunk picker. And we have two options. North in Falador, which would be my preferred choice, and west. If we end up going west, I would really much love to go north anyway. But I would really much prefer to go north as we will have a bank again. And it will be very nice to have a bank. If not, I will have to make do without a bank for a while, as Falador seems to be the nearest bank, as I don't think I can enter the Warriors Guild. But let's do it. Let's roll off this chunk and see what happens, and then we will move into that chunk and we will roll the rest of the chunks. Falador, perfect. I have had some very nice luck with the chunk rolling so far, which means that this chunk won't be rollable anymore and we'll get back in the game. And here we are moving into our first chunk. I will remove this one and I'll find out. Let's just make sure that we don't accidentally step into the Eastern Falador chunk here. There we are in the new one, and it's called 11828. Oh, that should be enough. There we go. So let's stay here and we'll go roll the remaining 4 chunks. And here we are in the chunk picker again, and this is one of our previous chunks, so it isn't rollable. And we have 3 options this time. I think it might have been the first time that we have 3 options as the first chunk roll or second chunk roll. Dark's Wizard Tower, but we can cross that shortcut, I'm pretty sure. So that's actually a very bad chunk for now, as it will be pretty much nothing. East Falador will probably have a ton of content, so it would be nice. North would be excellent, as I will be able to get to the bears, and having a bank, I don't have to worry about the other meats. So North would probably be the best choice for now, as I would really like to unlock Herblore, and I would love to see here 1, 2, 3, 4. If we use our remaining 4 chunks perfectly, we will even get to the Birthrow Slayer Master, which would be very nice. So let's see where we end up going. The first row, let's go. Okay, that's the western chunk, which we can't use at all. I will be removing these. Actually, I will have to go over there and take a look just to make certain, because if I can cross, this chunk and this chunk will be rollable. So I'll have to make sure before I keep rolling. And let's go check it out together. Maybe the world map will actually tell me level 5. I am level 5 agility, so it might actually be possible. I might as well just add the chunk while we are at it. It's 1111572. There we are, that should be the correct one. And let's see. I will need to get a little bit of agility XP, but sure it won't be 120. It is green. I can climb this wall. Okay, so good thing that I checked. I actually thought that I wouldn't be able to, but that means that the other chunk roll wouldn't have been as bad as I would have been able to cross in here anyways. But let's keep on rolling. And back in the chunk picker, that means that we will be able to go south and north. There's nowhere to go west, so we have 4 options now. And we might actually be going back south towards the previous chunks that we had. We only have rolled 2 chunks, so we have 3 rolls left in total. And let's get to rolling again. We did go south. This one is definitely not rollable. Once again, I am not sure that I can cross past the crafting guild. And this one won't be rollable as it is the chunk that we had the last time. So I will have to go take a look again. Some difficult chunk rolls right here, but I will have to make sure that I can't cross, or if I can cross the crafting guild in order to roll south. Let's go check it out. And here we are back in the game. I will be adding this chunk to the game overlay in here. There we are. That's 3 of our 5 chunks. Apologies for the delay in these chunk rolls, but I will have to make sure that the chunk rolls are done correctly. And no, it will not be possible to cross. I might be able to cross through the cow pen, but I don't think so. Let's have a look again. It would have been nice as it has some snake grass available, but there is no way. I'm gonna just make completely sure that I'm not being blind here, but there is no way to cross. So that actually means that we can only keep going north, which is excellent. And it would have meant that rolling the west chunk here as the first chunk wouldn't actually have mattered, as it would only have allowed me to go north. So in the end, the outcome pretty much was the same either way, but we didn't know that. And I will just go back to safety. I'm not too comfortable standing around on this account, but while doing that, let's get back into the chunk roller. And we have 2 more rolls to do. This one was my last chunk before, so it's not rollable. We can cross south, and therefore we have 3 options. I actually would love to get the 2 chunk, because if we end up getting the 3 and then the Druid Circle, I won't be able to do the quest anyways. I will be able to start it, but I won't be able to do it without getting the bear meat, and we will have all the chunks available to finish the quest, I think. So if we are unlucky and get 3 and this one up here, I would have to roll somewhere else and get back here in order to get the bear meat and be able to roll the chunks again. But let's see what we get this time. And we did get this chunk. I'm certain, yes, this one will be available as well, as we will be able to walk in here. So nothing else new. We can get the chunk up here right now, which would be the worst case scenario. Getting the 2 chunk here would be the best case scenario, as we will be able to get the bear meat, and for the next roll I will be able to end up here, and unless we are very unlucky and cross all the way through the White Wolf Mountain, we will be able to unlock Herblore. No, we will be able to start the quest, and then we'll have to roll again south in the future, as they won't be available, these chunks. But we'll take that as it comes. Hopefully we get the 2 rolled here. The 1 roll wouldn't be too bad either. It will give me the opportunity again to try and go north. 3 wouldn't be bad either, actually. So pretty much anything but 4. Let's see. Ooh, I thought that it was the 4 roll for a second, but that's very nice. Very, very, very nice. 2 would have been perfect to get the raw bear meat, but for now we are very happy that we didn't get the 3 chunk, because next time I will be able to finish in Falador, for example, and hopefully we will go north. That makes it possible to go back south. I won't speculate that much in that right now. I might want to finish up here in Tavali, but these 2 won't be available as I can't cross the White Wolf Mountain. But that's our 5 new chunks. Very nice. A bank is excellent. We have the Tavali dungeon. I doubt that there will be much content for me down there with my current combat level and HP level. Seems like a very easy way to lose my hardcore status, but let's take a look around and see what we can find here in Falador. And here we are ready to have a look around in our new chunks. So, oh, there we have a gaming cat. Interesting. Um, I'm starting out over here on the east side of the chunk, and we will be moving to the west through Falador, down south, and then we will move up to Tavali. And here we have the option to buy a house, which is very, very, very interesting. That might give us some nice options down the line. I definitely will buy a house if it's not too expensive. And the shield shop in here, which only has an iron square shield in stock as the best shield. And I think that there are some nice quests that we might be able to start in here in the Varrock, no, the Falador Castle, excuse me, and I will definitely check that out. And we have the achievement diary here as well. It probably will be impossible, it definitely will be impossible to do the Falador easy diary as we only have half of Falador available to us right now, but we might be able to do some tasks while walking around. And getting back into Falador, um, there are some shops over here. There is the bar where we are able to buy some different beers. I think we can buy the one that gives some mage XP, mage boost. I mean, there's the general store here where we might be able to sell some items if we find something worth anything. And a mace shop. We surely won't be buying a mace as we already have the battle axes. Maybe a mithril mace I could buy, but I don't think it would be worth it. And down here, I think this one is the gem store. Um, we surely don't have the money to buy any gems. I don't even think they have many in stock. They have some sapphires. I could, in theory, buy a cut sapphire to make some jewelry at some point, but surely we will be able to find a sapphire somehow or get one from a random event. So I doubt that that will be useful. Let's see if this shortcut gives some XP actually. It gives 1 XP, no XP going back. So it might be giving a half HP each time, or it only gives XP crossing going back. I'm not sure, but that will definitely be useful if I want to train agility. It might be an option. Um, let's try not to die here. Uh, I don't know if those wizards are aggressive. I was just checking out the map. And down here we have the crafting guild, which we won't be able to enter as it has a crafting requirement surely, and we are still level 1 crafting. And the makeover mage, nothing more. I'll see you when we get back up to Tavali. And here we are back again up in Tavali, and we have some swamp toads on the ground here. I think they can be used for agility potions or something like that by removing the legs. Not certain. I think so. There is a cup of tea. Our first cup of tea on the account, and some king worms, which I honestly have no idea what will be used for. I will pick some up definitely, and either way have a look at the wiki and see what they're used for. I think we can start a quest up here. I'm not sure if we have the requirements. Let's check out over here if it's actually possible to get into no, not into Catherby, get into the chunk here next to Catherby. I mean, we don't have access to the shortcut. It is possible. I just wanted to make sure before um, we started playing in these chunks. If it wasn't accessible, I would have to roll another chunk. But I was fairly certain that it would be accessible. And we could start the witch house quest up here. I think the NPC might just be inside our chunk, but I doubt that we will ever get the witch's house without getting the NPC, so there's not much point in doing that. Uh, let's see if it gives any agility XP, this shortcut, and it doesn't, but we have the other ones anyways, which we can use if we want to train some agility. So I'll see you back in Falador. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And this was a very interesting episode where we saw some of the very strange things that can happen in this type of account. as I was cheering for a 50% burn rate on a raw red meat, as actually ending up cooking the meat would have changed the entire plan for the chunks, as I would have gotten all my levels in other skills. It was very nice to get some free magic XP without having to use any runes, while also getting our first quest and the quest point, as many of the quests that I can start is because I don't have the requirements or the quest points needed. And apart from that, we managed to get level 3 thieving. It didn't get much gold yet, but at some point it will be a great way for me to start making some money on the account. And we managed to buy a new best in slot bow. And once again, any feedback, any comments, anything that you might be thinking about the video would be very much appreciated. I would love to hear what you think about the series so far, what you think about this video specifically. So let me know. And once again, thank you very much for watching.